In 15 minutes, I made $362.
Shit. Nigga tried Katie get that.
So it was live, right? So it was live. Okay, you're in a relationship and your partner is treating you like shit.
Call your brothers.
Go ahead.
This shit gon' pay off, just like college loans. Smoking strong and going strong, that's what I've been on. Yeah, I rarely laugh, but I need cheese like provolone. Stay solid, keep it moving, like a rolling stone. These niggas try to copy and paste, I know they clones. Mask on, I'm inside, but I ain't hiding. I'm just riding, she keep me saying can catch the virus. Ain't picture perfect, but I'm on Kodak, I'm still vibing. Bullet in my eye.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode. Don't do that, chat. We got another banger. It's gonna be a good episode. We got some good topics. First off, this is Darteez, aka Tease.
And Matey.
Man, it's Dieter's money made off the hen dog, the Big Ben dog. Yes,
me?
sir. Don't do that.
Damo.
Young Damo, and our special guest this week, she's on a prior episode. Check that one out too. Is Young.
Dominica in this bitch will be the bitch eyes.
Well, I guess she's not young with that started off. Alright, so hey, don't do that, chat, we need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna be talking about strippers and domestic violence. I know those are little, they not really connected, but they connected. And we're gonna put it
You see that shit in the movies. I'll say that right now. You go strip, she come on and get slapped the fuck up.
Like everyone, I know some strippers that can fight and run the needles. I'm so hey, so let's get started. So what our guests, how you wanna dive into the stripping context?
Okay, so
And you start us off.
what I'm gonna start off saying is that what is y'all preconceived notions about strippers?
Alright, I'll start that one off.
Yeah, go ahead.
My preconceived, okay, I'm gonna give you. I got 2 points in my life. When I was younger, when I thought of strippers,
Yeah, I like how you started that.
I thought of more as like this. I'll be honest, like trashy girls, they not do nothing. That's how I strip. Like, why they stripping? You can get money elsewhere. As I got older, I was in college. I started seeing girls that was like stripping in college, who was successful, hella smart, academic, and they just need a little extra money. And why not use your body to get extra money when niggas is dumb enough to pay for it? So I seen it as I got older. I seen it as this another way for you to make money, and there's nothing wrong with it. Compared to when I was younger, I looked at like society and the stereotype behind it. Like, now you a stripper, you trashy as fuck. And before I went to a couple strip clubs, and I also, this is a funny initial thought. I always saw strippers probably be a little stinky. I'm like, yo, they're dancing, gyrating, you motherfuckers probably stink. And I went to a strip club like, nah, you don't gotta go to that motherfucker. You smell good. No. What about y'all? How y'all feel?
Hey,
y'all versus
I'll go ahead and go down the same storyline. When I thought about strippers when I was younger, I honestly never really thought about strippers like that. When I thought of strippers, I just thought of like GTA strippers and like, you know, you would kill them on Grand Theft Auto because I mean that was a gamer and shit. But I'm just saying like that's the type of shit because like in GTA, if you get a stripper in the car or something like that, somebody you find, they get in the car and they start taking your money on GTA. So that's what it was. But I mean, other than that, seeing like ladies, I didn't really think of like I would say I was later to the game as far as understanding what sex was and shit like that, and for people to be showing off their body. But I really didn't think about it like, oh, that's trashy or something like that. You know, until like I got to middle school and I learned about sex and I was like more horny. I would say, you know, I was like more infatuated with like trying to get some pussy. You know, you feel me? And then, I mean, I saw a stripper and I was just like, shit. Nigga, I do that shit too, the fuck? It's like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, shit, I did this shit too, man. It don't even matter, bro. But I mean, now looking at him, I just be thinking like, if I were to take a stripper on a date, bro, like, the fuck would we do?
Tell us shit.
No. I'm talking about like, how can I impress her? You feel me? Because the way I'm thinking about it is like, damn, bro, like, the way I think of strippers is, I respect them because I'm just like, bro, they got money. I'll tell you right now. I said, I look at a stripper and I look at me, I'm like, she's doing quite better than me. I'll tell you that right now. And I was just like I said, I do it too, but shit, I'm not doing it, and that's why I respect y'all for it. Cause shit, y'all are over there getting your money, being professional about your business, brother. No matter how you get it, I respect it, brother. It's a way of life.
And cool thing about it, bro. Also, I realized I'll let y'all get into it. I just want to make a quick statement. When I was younger, I always thought strippers were easy to get. Like, oh, they always send the money, but strippers be the hardest girl to pull. Cause they don't give a fuck. You can't like they tolerance for niggas is so low. Cause every nigga in a club, every baller in the club don't money at them. They don't want no niggas. So like, but you gotta really come like at that level. You know, mess with a stripper. They be like, bro, back up. You ain't there yet. But niggas with way more money than you, way more established than you, throwing money at me every week, and I wish they could go home. Even your little baby boy ass.
I wouldn't even say it's about the money though.
I was about to say that,
bro. Like, you feel me?
Go into
I'll let you go on and you feel me?
How you feel about
I'm gonna say I got
it?
two.
I got
two opinions. You feel me? You feel me? So, all right, in life, you feel me? I feel like I went through the dirty stage as far as being younger. Like,
I mean,
seeing
y'all was
strippers and
twins,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, so, like, you feel me? I seen the same as, you feel me, I guess, dirty or whatever. And then as I got older, you feel me, I feel like I learned to respect them and more see it as a hustle. Like, you feel me? They out there getting their cheese, you feel me? And then, on top of that, y'all not doing nothing to where y'all actually selling sex. Or some of y'all not, you feel me? Some is, some ain't.
Exactly.
To each his own, you feel me?
Exactly.
Now, you feel me having a daughter, you feel me, I respect it, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, I wouldn't want my daughter doing it. You feel me? So it's like,
of course.
it's like, I don't even really know how to feel about it at this point in life right now. You feel me?
Can I try to explain that for you? I think what David is saying is, as far as he doesn't want his daughter doing that, is because he understands what men think and what men see when they see women.
And
like,
what comes along with
Yeah,
it.
what comes along with it. Because
dangerous.
it's not just the act itself. It's just because if it was for me, I would be worried about it because I'm like, damn, I'm already confident that my daughter is bad as fuck. And I mean, she's the most beautiful girl in the world to me because, you know, I'm her father. And so I would think the same thing of niggas looking at her and shit like that and then thinking of like, oh, I just want to take advantage of her. I want her to be mine, and then shit going sideways and shit.
And I know like a lot of women is vulnerable too. Like they kind of are.
That's that
in nature, you feel me? Y'all submissive to men in nature. You get me?
Yeah.
So in saying that, you feel me? I wouldn't want the wrong dude to approach her and her not be prepared for that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I know her big ass uncle right behind her.
Oh,
yeah, but I wouldn't even want to put nobody in that situation because you know,
Okay, I
dads
get
don't
you
go
saying.
above and beyond for his daughter. You feel me?
Exactly.
What do you think about it, dog?
You know you got lots of thoughts, my brother.
Is this thing over deep and dark?
I'm listening to what everybody was saying, really, but shit, like, I feel.
No.
After you done, I'm gonna say my speech. You know.
Butt buddies, yeah, ass niggas, man. Anyways, I feel like, bruh. I feel like strippers is still women, but that's just their occupation. Don't get me wrong, they definitely do have a different mindset for sure about how they go about certain shit. But like as far as like, I don't know. I feel like
Would you strip?
Nah.
It's milk strippers. They make money.
I've been offered. You feel me? But I'm cool. I'm cool.
Let's see the receipts. Nah.
Me 6'9", but anyway, so you feel me? Like I was trying to say, damn, you done damn near threw me off type shit. I feel like I had a good point.
I should better question. Would you date a stripper?
Ooh.
Damn, this
This
nigga always wins. I mean, I probably win, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I don't know, bro. It's hard to say. You feel me? Because
She
I'm
can't be
selfish,
currently
bro.
stripping. What
You
if she
selfish?
previously stripped?
But you okay with
I'm
yourself?
not tripping if she previously stripped, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had some female friends that are strippers, bro. So I don't really know them as far as in their profession, but like, I know them personally. You know what I'm saying? They still like other women. You know what I'm saying? They want a happy lifestyle. They want to be comfortable. They want to, feel me? They still want a man. They still desire love. You know what I'm saying? All the same shit, bro.
Are you giving them love? Are you dating?
I'll give a stripper love.
That love. I'm like, you put a ring on
you
it.
dating?
Bro, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't date a stripper, bro. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying I wouldn't date a stripper.
No, would you?
It's a yes or no answer, bro. It's a yes or no.
But that's not the same, bro. That's not
Well, yes it is, bro. What? You know, I always see stripping, but she don't get booty. She don't be showing pussy. She don't be showing pussy.
But nigga, it's females that you laying down with, chilling with all the shit. You don't even know their occupation sometimes, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like you just come
you know her occupation. Is she not a stripper? Are you dating her?
It's okay to say no, bro. It's okay.
Is it okay? Like,
Hey, yo, bro, you ever watch?
look, I love all women, man. I get
This nigga pump faking right now.
All right, let's get to our special guest.
Alright, so let me speak on it
Speak on the preach.
because as I previously like posted on my Instagram story or like my page, I am a stripper.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a stripper.
be known in.
How long you been?
I've been
shit.
dancing.
Let these niggas know something. Cause these niggas are trying to.
It's been like a secret for like maybe like I'm 25, so I've been dancing since 2015. So what's that like?
15.
15.
We graduated high school at 14.
that nigga wanna eat type of nigga. I told you, bro, the nigga gonna get you crashed. He gonna throw you.
So like 25 days for my 19th birthday, I started dancing. Like I kept it to myself because it's my business, you know what I mean? I ain't want people in my business, you know? And people got their own, films about strippers. And I had a boyfriend.
Everybody that was broken.
I messed with a boy. I had a boyfriend at the time, so it was like, it was a big deal. It was my decision. It was nobody else's decision but mine. And I was working at McDonald's. Let me tell you the whole story. Let's say something.
How did your boyfriend feel about you stripping?
He wasn't tripping.
He was confident.
He was player with it. He was confident in himself.
Nah, he wasn't necessarily confident. He was just more so like, oh yeah, I can get some money. Like, you know what I mean?
But
like,
you gotta be some type of confidence.
He wasn't confident because he was still fucking around with some broke bitches that worked at DD's at a cashier. You know what I'm saying?
You want to talk about that?
Next. No, but basically, so what happened is, I was working at McDonald's. I was working at McDonald's on 9A in International. And
I remember that.
yeah, I was always leaving school to go to work. Yeah.
Oh no, we done went through there a couple times and bought sale my shit.
Okay, so I was working there, and then a lady passed through and drive through, and I was like the manager at the time, and like I seen her drive through, and I was taking orders and running the food, so I had to run back and forth. And she opened her wallet, and it was like hella 5s, 10s. 50s, like 20s, 50s,
Hella shit.
100s.
You like, oh, she got
I'm like,
cheese in that motherfucker.
ooh, I'm looking at her
I
wallet.
should've stripped you.
I was looking at her. No, I was looking at her wallet, right? I'm only 18 at the time. I'm looking at her wallet. I'm just like, ooh.
Fighting crime. Look.
I was like, what should know? I didn't want to.
We hungry right now. Nigga,
It was 2015, so I didn't know. Like, I just asked her, what's her occupation? She's like, I'm an exotic dancer. I was like, where?
Hey, that's something out there. If you want to know if a woman is a stripper, she gonna use occupation. I'm just throwing that out
She
there.
was like,
I didn't want
to disrespect her, like, but I didn't know what she was doing. Maybe she was selling drugs, whatever.
Yeah.
But she was like, yeah, she's a exotic dancer. I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? I was asking her questions, all this shit. And then she was like, oh, yeah, you can do whatever. You can go to San Francisco and audition, whatever. And then, like, the next week, so it was the next year, on January 3rd, 2015, I went to go audition. And when I went to go audition, it was a 15-minute audition, so you go on stage, you audition, whatever.
You gotta dance for 15 minutes your first time?
Yeah. In 15 minutes, I made $362.
Shit.
Nigga can't even get
So it was live, right?
Let me keep it 100. Like, when I first started dancing, like, I'm older now, and so, like, I'm more, like, successful now because my name is more out there now. My stripper name is Loyalty. So I'm more out there now, but when I first started dancing, I did have to go full nude. Just to be honest. No, the first year of me dancing, I had to go full nude. And I did.
Okay, how was that? So, like, let's get into the deeper question. I know this is the question.
Fucking you looking like that for a
Look,
because I feel like that could have been a serious ass moment, bro. So yeah, I apologize.
Now you good.
I'm
just being honest. Like my first year dancing at the strip clubs in San Francisco, I worked at the bottom clubs because I wasn't 21, so I had to work at the fully new clubs because the topless clubs are 21 and older. So they had alcohol, so I couldn't work there. So the first year of me working, not even a year, like, cause I turned 21, like. They let me come in, like, basically my boss Harley, he let me come in, but yeah, like the first year of me stripping, I was dancing fully naked.
So like that's what I'm going to.
I was about to say, what type of confidence does it take to be able to do that and not Was that your first time experiencing that?
Yeah, it was. It's like when I first hit the stage, I was looking around like,
Niggas looking at.
Like my DJ, like take it off. I'm like, you want to take it off? Okay.
Give me a foreplay.
I felt like I was like, oh shit. But like what made me more comfortable is that like people like they respected it, and because I got a good personality and I'm just cool with everybody, like they was like, yeah, we fuck with Loyalty because that's my stripper name, Loyalty. So they was like, yeah, we fuck with her. So they gonna make it rain like all like even though I was dancing naked for my first year of dancing, I made bands off of bands. Every time I walked on stage and I was trying to get dressed, niggas like, oh, I want you to get dancing. Private room. Like I never like what people don't understand and like they don't really they misconstrued is that not every dancer has to do something sexual to a person. Like yeah, I did a dance to a person when I was naked, yeah. But they didn't touch me, they didn't fuck me, I didn't suck their dick, nothing like that. It was just all strictly like, me just dancing. You know what I mean? Like it's not all about sex, some people just like to see a beautiful woman in front of them. It's not all about sex. You know what I mean? I got lucky and blessed that like I didn't have to go through that because there's a lot of my friends that had to go through that where they had to do something for a nigga. Like they didn't like I didn't been like
but you always been aware though. You know what I'm saying? You never just been
let me tell you about my first dance I got that was $1,000. So boom. I got on stage. The nigga was like, okay, I'll pay $1,000 for you. To dance with me in a room, but he wanted me to suck his dick. That's the catch. I wasn't gonna do it. In my head, I wasn't gonna do it, right? So like I went in the room, and he got VIP. That's VIP when you go spend $1,000 on the bed as VIP. So I went in the room with him, and like I'm nervous, but I had my panties on. I just took my shirt off, whatever. My little outfit off, and he was like, "Oh, he pulled his dick out, right?" And I cut the nigga. No, but let me tell you something. I busted out and I was like, "Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna do this. I can't do this. I can't." I told him I can't do it as a white nigga. He worked for like what was it? Like a high tech company, whatever. And I said I can't do this. You know what he told me? He's like, "I knew you couldn't do it." And he was like, "It's good. I'll give you the money. Just dance with me. That's it." And that's what, that changed my whole mindset because I'm thinking in my mind, because all these bitches doing all this shit, like, I gotta do what they gotta do. And I didn't have to do that. Yeah. And he really helped me out. I was like, thank you, because I didn't want to do it at all. I wasn't gonna do it in the first place, but I just didn't want the money going back to him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like, he helped me out. He helped my heart. Because I was like, I knew I couldn't do it. And he was like, you good. I like how you move. You good. And he let me keep all the money. He did not trip. I just danced and that's it. And he let me walk away with $1,000 in 15 minutes.
That's cool. And see, that shit probably opened up hella.
That made me feel like, because like when you got so many like different characters around you, it make you feel like you gotta be like them when you don't. Yeah. Like as long as you stay yourself, like a lot of you bitches be like lie. For me, what works for me is that I tell the truth. And when I tell the truth, most people like really connect with me because they know I'm giving the same story. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth every time. Yeah, I'm real genuine. You know what I mean? So like that's how I make my money. And y'all already know I'm hella goofy. So like I be talking shit to my customers and all this shit. What'd you say?
That's
Not for real, but like honestly, like what made me really come out, like I know y'all see on Instagram because y'all all follow me.
Hey, man, I don't know nothing about none of that.
Oh yeah, no. Before you get to that, I want to actually break that down. I'm gonna ask you that question format. So you said you've been doing this since 2015, and you just lightly mentioned it right now that you kind of just recently posted about it, letting the world, pretty much letting everybody follow you, let the world know that you about that. So what happened within these last couple months when you just came out like, you know what, I'm a stripper, I'm proud of it, fuck it, what you gonna say? Was it that you saw somebody else? Was it that you saw somebody else come out and like, no, shit, I'm not bitch too, I can do it too? Or was it like you finally got to that age you kind of like, what am I hiding for? Like this is my occupation, you don't respect it, this shit.
Recruiting.
Oh, she the stripper.
No, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I got a stalker. So this person, I don't know if it's a female or it's a male. Like they've been stalking me since 2016. So it's like going on 4 years or whatever. Like they've been stalking me. And so like basically what happened was like I was dancing at an event in 2016, early 2016 in Oakland, because I like when I was working in San Francisco, I had to learn how to make money elsewhere, because you know San Francisco is kind of biased and racist. So I had to learn how to make money elsewhere. So I worked at another club called a B&B, Venture Bar, in Oakland, downtown Oakland. And one of my partners, I ain't gonna say her name, but she posted me. I just said, you can post my ass, it's good, you know what I mean? Post my ass. But shut up. I mean, she ended up posting my ass and going up to my face. So they see my face. So it's somebody that we know from high school for sure, because they DM, I got the screenshots. They Snapchatted me, was like, oh, you talking about woman empowerment, but you shaking that ass for money.
I thought that is woman empowerment right there. That's body positivity. That's
you know what I mean? Like no, but I got like they was harassing me. Like they've been harassing me for 4 years, and like I feel like the last time they like hit me up, they hit me up today, but like a month ago they hit me up, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let me tell my story from my point of view. You're not gonna tell my story from your point of view. I'm gonna tell my story. I told my dad last year around November. And I told my mama's side around like December, you know what I mean? So I told my family so they can know, like, because I don't want nobody else to tell my story. So I came out with it because I feel like you're not about to take control over my life.
You're trying to basically like
like you can't control me. Like I am who I am. It is what it is. But like I felt like it's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. Like that's why I posted the videos. Like at the end of the day, like I do dance. I work my way up. Like the first year of me dancing, yeah, I did dance naked. But at the end of the day, I work my way up to where I ain't got dance naked, or my talent shows for itself. Yeah. And that's why I posted the videos, because I go stupid. I'm real flexible. I go stupid.
What's your Instagram name?
True Beauty.
Like True Beauty. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like so I've been doing, like you already know, I've been doing Dominique or Lords, whatever you want to call her, since freshman year in high school. And then when we graduated, I never knew you was to recently. I seen you have a couple friends. That was the way they was shaking some ass. I'm like, they might be. I was never like, nah, they did like a little group dance.
I was so crazy.
Hey, I'll tell you this.
I didn't want my dating on. I did not.
This is what I thought Dominica was. I thought this whole time I thought you was just like the boss manager. Some company had a store making bands, bro. I was like, damn, bro, she got a good ass job, bro.
Yeah, because look, she always been a go-getter. Look,
yeah, a go-getter.
She always had jobs, always about her cheese, so you like shit.
Bro,
if you don't really know, she would, like, you ain't gonna know, bro. If she walk in the room, you ain't gonna just be, you feel me?
They never noticed. She was a straight A student in high school. She had better GPA than me coming to high school. Like, no one see that she was stupid. Like, she was hella smart. She is hella smart.
That's why I said.
So, like, I never knew what she was doing, but I knew she was doing something to make money. But, like, girls always be having, like, little cute friends that be shaking some ass. But, like, her friends just doing a little too extra. I'm like, I don't know what that friends shaking a little too much ass.
Never the question, though.
I didn't even know.
That's not the question, bro. We know they hustlers, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just come from a lack of resources. You know what I'm saying? A lack of resources, bro. Dude, from where we come from, in the sense, like, well, I can't just speak for.
Nah, it's women of all backgrounds.
You feel facts, and that come from some. We ain't gonna speak on everything because we'll let them tell their story. You feel me?
Right.
At the same time, like, yeah, it's all different type of aspects. I feel like that could you feel me? Have you in that lifestyle? Some go for the choice. Yeah, in fact, you feel me? Some women like to dance, entertain, all that shit. You feel me? So, yeah, man.
Right. So I got a follow up question for you, Dom. You have like a bunch of guy friends, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever danced with any of your guy friends? Is that something you would do, or is that like awkward?
Question.
Alright, so it's been parties that I didn't even book for that my partner was there. I'm like, damn. This before I came out, so like this before like it's been guy partners and girl partners, like it's before I came out about me stripping. I'm like, bro, alright, they see me, I see them. Let me walk up.
Let me go talk to them quick.
This don't say nothing.
Bitch, say something about me, yo.
I be saying this guy like
What's your
I show him no. I just walk up to him like, bro, I love you. Just don't say nothing. Literally,
beat your ass. Like, see that big ass behind me? That's my brother.
Just don't say
that's
nothing.
my brother right there. I'm gonna
like,
beat
just
your ass.
don't say nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but what really made me force my hand was my stalker. And I felt like, you know, I need to, like, my dad knew last year, and my aunties, like, both sides of my family, you know, my mama died when I was 8 years old. Mm-hmm. So, you know, all I got is my mama's side, my dad's side. So I told my family, like, you know, I finally opened up last year because I felt like I gotta stop hiding me. On top of that, it's a stalker that keeps stalking me, like, you're weird as fuck. Let me just tell my truth from my side, my story. You know what I mean? Like, mind you, like, I don't know who it is, but when I find him,
Myron, if he's a bitch ass nigga,
I'm beating the fuck out of you. I'm beating the fuck out of you.
Beating your ass, nigga.
I don't know. You got to I don't care. I'm about to stuff the fuck.
You better
hold on. They've been stalking me for 4 years. 4 years straight.
Yeah, another couple questions. So, like, I don't know why. I feel like I got a couple friends that, like, lady friends that have been stripping and stuff like that. And they pretty open. They confide in me. Maybe because I'm genuine. I'm not a judgy person.
Yeah.
So, one question one person brought up to me, like, she was a stripper when she was younger. She's like in her 30s now. She was like, I'm like, so, like, I thought actually that the basically, like, it takes a lot of confidence. And she was like, really? She wasn't confident at all. So, like, a lot of women in the strip clubs are actually kind of, like, nervous about their bodies and what people think about them. But, like, it's like something you gotta get money. So, on your side of it, I went on pretty much asked, like, were you confident about your body, or are you kind of like, oh, I'm still kind of shocked about my body, but fuck, how do you get this money? Like, how do you? Cause I know you went through like, you've been skinny and thicker and skinny, like, you know, you go through like fluctuations.
Yeah.
So
that's how I had low key.
It was more so. It was like, as far as like when you do contracts in the strip club, like you got obligations that you have to fulfill. So like when you go on the stage, you gotta get naked. You know, like in certain clubs, like the ones that don't have alcohol, you gotta get naked. It's this all time. So if you're gonna get on stage, you gotta get naked.
Where them clubs at?
It's
Put them on the list.
San Francisco. Like the first clubs I worked at, it was 2 clubs I worked at. It was a Garden Eden and Warren 20s in San Francisco off of Broadway. And them the 2 clubs that you gotta get naked. You gotta get naked on the stage, like full butt naked besides the heels. And I did, cause you got to. You like on top of that, you ain't gonna make no money if you don't, cause it's a non-alcoholic club. So niggas not tipsy enough to be like woo woo woo. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But then I worked on that. Like what made me different, what set me apart from everybody else is that I learned how to do pole tricks. And I learned how to work the pole. I learned how to work the floor. So and then what made me better is that. Nigga,
y'all watch the video? Y'all watch the clip? Are y'all play stupid?
They see me. I ain't see
you. You see the shit?
I think I might have missed it.
Nah, niggas is lying.
Well, maybe
she posted on her story in her main page. Like it was
no, I missed a day or two.
I don't know she can do
no. I don't mind that. You wasn't my views.
Take it from me though. Come on, you see that?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Right. My thumbs be broke. I'm here for more support. If I see a woman that needs some love, some support, bro, I'm gonna love, bro.
Like, really raised me like I'm loyalty. I've been loyalty since the day I started. So basically, I started at the strip club, the first strip club at Loyalty. Then I worked my way up to the top club, which is Centerfold, which is a big club, three stories high. Got a bottom little basement. Got the mid section. They got another section. And I worked my way up to there. It took me 6 tries to get in there because it's like a white club. But then once I worked my way up there, I got a sugar daddy. And then once I got a sugar daddy, it just started flowing. Boom, 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 boom. Then I got my apartment.
That's something more females could relate to.
That's when I got my apartment at 19. Like when y'all see
it's a lot of it's a lot.
And when y'all see me get my apartment at 19, it was mostly for my sugar daddy because I had no job. I quit the McDonald's job, and my sugar daddy actually came with me in the office with the apartment complex that I got my first apartment with. And he got that had to pay stuff. He paid 3 months worth of rent and the security deposit, everything. Like I was good. I was good. But like the thing with I'm gonna tell y'all the main thing that fucked me up. Fucking with a broke nigga.
Damn, broke niggas, man, you niggas need to get some money.
Hey, y'all heard what Cardi said, bro.
I think they like, if I love you, I love you, and I don't care like what's your struggle, cause your struggle is my struggle, cause I love you. At the end of the day, if you're not doing nothing better for yourself, you're just bringing me down. So the thing that brought me down more was fucking with a broke nigga. I ain't gonna say no name.
I would just say,
You already know, Chris.
Some young niggas is young niggas, and we just is.
You know what I mean? Like you do so much to somebody, you
confused
don't
on how to get money. You know what I'm saying? You trying to learn.
We gotta stop doing that as a community.
My thing is this though.
Black women, black men, we all know the struggle of each side. You get what I'm saying? So we should be a little bit more considerate.
But my thing is this though. This is my thing. If you got a woman that's holding you down,
facts,
and waiting till you get your shit together,
facts. And I can't.
Why would you do something stupid?
Facts, and I can't speak on the whole situation. You feel me? But if a nigga is still trying, you get what I'm trying to say?
Was around.
But if a nigga is
you
still trying,
you see the bullshit I was going through.
But okay, but when
you see all the bullshit I went through.
But
there
at
was
the same
a lot
time,
of bullshit I ain't had
we
to
all
go
adults.
But I love you. I'ma support you to the end.
And I'll say but on a real note, I just say we all was young.
We always young.
A motherfucker just got.
I just wish somebody would have talked to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Communication is a big factor when you fucking with somebody. Cause if you're not communicating, ain't nobody gonna know your struggles. Like if you let me know, I'm gonna go harder. Like I understand you ain't in a position to really get that money. Let me go harder. Let me do something more for you to help you, get up. Cause at the end of the day, if I love you, I don't care if you're at the bottom, if you're in the gutter, I'm gonna help you build yourself back up.
Look, that's something that I be talking about. I feel like women love to go and pick a nigga from the bottom just to
I know, I've been on this since I was 14.
I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm just speaking in general. You know what I'm saying? Women in general. You feel what I'm saying? Women we just use an example. You know what I'm saying? We'll go and pick something from the bottom of the return line. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, nigga, I took you out. Why you treat me like this and whoopty. Just the whole
No.
You know, I think we getting into something that we're not supposed to be getting into. But hey,
I
just want to go ahead and move on next topic.
I got a question.
That's why I said fuck
I was bashing the stripper, bro.
I got a question. How long did it take y'all to figure out I was a stripper?
Until that first suspicious. No.
You slipped up a couple times.
I did. That's why I
said a couple of weeks before you came out.
Really? What made you realize it? Because when I posted after hours?
Yeah, I'm like that. Almost snitched. I ain't gonna almost throw some behind the scenes. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I just want to let you know that these niggas in front of you are funny ass niggas, bro. I love these niggas, bro.
I figured out who he was. I saw
funny as hell, not in a bad way, bro.
I'm talking about real life. On our last episode, we asked you a couple of questions. The way you answered them, like, is that me?
This receipt. She was in Miami, and then
she ain't doing no business management traveling. I know that.
That's the thing, bro. Like that's the one thing.
No, but what made me really want to come out is because my dad accepted it. Once I told my dad, I felt more comfortable. Because, I'm a daddy's girl. My mom died when I was 8 years old. So once my dad really knew, I felt more comfortable. Because my dad was like, get your money and get out.
What? Your dad knew a year ago.
He said no. He knew when I got my first apartment when I was 19. So that was like 2015. He was like, I knew then because how the fuck you working at McDonald's? You got this apartment that's $1,500 a month. You paying for this big ass TV.
You got motherfuckers living with you.
You got no. But the thing is, I got my furniture 2 days after I got my apartment.
Oh damn.
And he was like, how the fuck you do all that? He's like, how you do all that from McDonald's?
I pull up, I'm a fish shark though.
You see my apartment? I still got my furniture. I'm about to move out real soon.
But you was getting cheese at McDonald's though.
I was getting cheese at McDonald's, but what really made me like blossom and get my apartment was Don't see that ass.
Alright, so let's get into the next
Shaking ass
topic.
for free. This
No, nigga, no freebies. No freebies. No
That's my
freebies.
point.
Hey, so we want to get to the next topic. So first I'm saying like, you know, like 2 Chainz, yeah, we love them strippers, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't
Yeah, we
sister
love
right here.
strippers.
We don't look at you any different than that before we knew you stripper or after we knew you stripper. It don't even matter.
We still
We
rock.
still
Long as you rock that
gang.
life, we still gang out here.
But
It's time for us to get to a deeper topic. So a lot of people know, we kind of mentioned earlier, like stripping and domestic violence somehow they correlate in a weird way. And we want to get to the topic of like whether it's stripping, like do strippers go through a lot of like a higher amount of domestic violence, or domestic violence a problem across the board, or pretty much just our take on it in this.
And that's a lot of weight to put on her, bro. The answer for both
nah,
sides.
I got the answers. I got the
Yeah,
answers.
I have my opinions
Got the
too.
answer.
I got the
I have
answers.
my
Started
starters
us
too.
too. So I'll start you off with a question though. So first question would be, I know it's probably a deeper question. Have you been a part of domestic violence, or do you feel like that was a factor because you were a stripper, or because you wasn't a stripper?
It was because I was a stripper. Because I'm more out there, and so like I'm more in the environment to where more men are, you know, acceptable. Like, or not acceptable, like more interactive with me. So it made it harder for my boyfriend. So like before, like I started stripping, I had a boyfriend already. So like my high school sweetheart. And when I started dancing, it made it more insecure. Because the fact that, you know, I mean new niggas that got more money than him, that, you know, are in my face, you know, and like that can do more for me than he can. So for that, like, it wasn't really deep like that. So my first boyfriend, I ain't gonna say no names, we was together for 6 years and a half, you know, and on and off, you know what I mean? But he got jealous over time. Like once I first started dancing, like he was okay with it. Like he was like, yeah, you getting that money. But then over time, he got jealous and insecure. So it was an incident that happened that, you know, we just got in an argument or whatever, and he choked me outside. You know, that's what started the cycle. So he choked me outside, and he choked me to the ground. And some people was walking past, and they was like, hey, what's going on? You let me go. So I walked off, and he chased me down because he knew he didn't want to get in trouble. Because, like, I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. I literally could not breathe. He choked me.
So my first question is this: for y'all that don't know, she got a shit ton of brothers. They all big as hell. They all violent. All violent. They all violent. So this is my next question, because like even like I know I won't speak on anybody dirty, but like my sisters,
They all violent.
like my sister's been a part of domestic violence, and they got big ass brothers, especially like, you know me. People know me.
Bro, hey, somebody, can y'all in the comments let this? You not hella big, bro.
Okay.
This nigga is buff as fuck.
He
Yeah.
big.
Look
Yo,
at
you
you,
know.
I'm buff, but
Take that
this
ass
is
to
buff.
Alabama, nigga. Take that ass to Alabama. Nigga be bopping your motherfucking head against the ground.
I'm just
But
saying.
he not in
This is
Alabama.
buff.
I'm just saying though, bro. You not hella
That nigga
big.
buff.
You saying unless he meets an Alabama nigga.
Come
Not
on,
even
this
just
phone.
Alabama. Take
I'm
your ass
just
to
saying.
He big, bro. He big, bro, but he ain't like you.
Bro, I'm
This
talking
nigga big as hell, bro.
Yeah, that
Come
nigga
on, bro.
big as hell, bro.
But I'm big,
But he's strong.
I'm bigger than. Like he's taller than me, but I'm bigger than
I'm
him.
trying to help you look good.
I'm just giving this nigga disrespect because nigga already head up with this nigga, bro. Like,
That's what people go wrong at.
No, I
That's
know
what they
he's
can see. Oh, height and this, like, the dude's not. But I'm
Hell
talking
no,
about
not height.
Who's he talking to?
This
It's
nigga
about
is a fucking
power.
state champion wrestler. What? Nigga, the fuck? What are you talking about?
Oh shit, hey, my bad, brother. I thought you was on me. I thought you was a sinner. I'm on that, big dog, but hey, go ahead, bro. Nigga wrestler, he got belts. Hey,
I'll get it back into this. Get back on pace. But like, so like I said, she got big brothers too. And like I'm a big brother, but so in this moment when that happened to you, you went through the mess. If I was the first go around, why didn't you? I'm assuming you didn't tell your brothers because I think it would have got handled if you told your brothers. Yeah. So why did not go across your mind? Why didn't you feel comfortable enough to do that, or what made you stop and sit down and like, it is what it is? I'm assuming you
And
said.
like, it's different when you watching Lifetime movies and stuff like that. And you see people go. I'm being serious. Like when you watching Lifetime movies and stuff like that, like when you see people go through something, like you don't really understand it until you go through it yourself. Like when you love somebody genuinely, like you really want the best for them, you're not going to make it worse for them as far as like calling your family, like my family crazy, like they'll kill this nigga. You know, he had a daughter. Like that's what, like the thing that was in my head, he had a daughter. No, this is the first situation. So the first situation, he had no kids, but he choked me out, and he ended up going to jail. So I got away from him because he went to jail. But then I met another dude, was a Mexican dude, a month later, and because I was still traumatized from what I went through with the other relationship, I went into it like this with full force. Like, you know, maybe this nigga different, you know, he not black, whatever. And I went into a trap. It was a trapment.
What?
I got in some shit that I didn't need to be in. Basically, like, you know what I mean? Like, so basically, like, it really didn't start until after I moved out of my apartment. Like, once I moved out of my apartment and I moved into his house, because he had money. Like, this nigga grew weed, had hella money, like stacks of hundreds. Hella money. Like, you know, I wasn't worried about that because I have my own money, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I knew he could take care of me. But he got something deep in his soul that's fucked up. Like, he got some childhood trauma that's fucked up. And like the first time the domestic violence happened is when he spit in my face.
I had to kill a nigga. Whew, the disrespect.
Spit in my face.
So I know and she a fighter, so I know she swung at this nigga by this time.
I didn't swing.
You didn't swing?
I didn't swing.
Bro, everybody was like, I seen this girl take on two girls and beat both their ass. Like, I seen her fight. I know she know how to do.
I didn't swing.
What?
I didn't swing. He ran to the bathroom, and I was like,
Notice how he ran though.
Don't show me girl the napkin, baby. Fuck out.
He ran to the bathroom.
Baby.
I did an instant replay. That nigga said,
Tried to catch that
oh
motherfucker.
shit.
Hey.
He ran to the bathroom, and like he like barricaded himself in the bathroom, and like he had this door, like he had his back against the door, and I pushed my way in, and when I pushed my way in, he was crying. Mind you, I feel sorry for him, but he spit in my face.
Bro, look, this so like I know I'm cutting you off, but look, this situation like the
That's
reverse.
some weird shit.
It's like
what type of shit I'm in?
It's like the reverse. It's like when the girl go hide in the back of the guy barging. Her ass is breaking down the door to get to the nigga. Well, I'm gonna beat you.
Nah, women be at the heart, bro.
Like, I don't know, like, because, like, probably because I grew up with boys, I feel like I'm more sensitive to boys than I am for females. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I should never, like, I should have left at that moment. Mind you, he pulled my bag out and smashed all my makeup. Mind you, it's MAC makeup, that shit is expensive. And he poured it all out, and like he smashed on it, everything. Like, and I heard him crying before I walked out the front door. And I was like, damn, let me go back. Let me see, you okay? And I sat there with him and cried with him. And like
all type of shit.
the next, like he's bipolar. Like I didn't know that until like after a year and a half. Like so the next month, you know, we was cool still. Like you text me. You know, we partners. He was like, what's up, Dama nigga? You know what I mean? He was like, man, it was like late at night. Like, it was like 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? He got mad. I'm like, this is my nigga.
So you really
This is my nigga from high school. He got mad. He got mad. Like, who this nigga text? I'm like, don't you read the text? He said, what's up, Dama nigga? Nigga, that's my whole ass partner. You always talking shit to you. Like, we always talk shit.
Nah, that's brother.
He got
You
mad.
would've came up there tripping if you would've got on the phone.
He got so mad. He got so mad. This nigga got on top of my back. This nigga, like, look at my nails, right? You know, these motherfuckers hard, right? In the morning, because he was so mad.
They acrylic, everybody.
Yeah, so, because he was mad still in the morning. He tapped me to the ground. I was on my face. I'm like this. I'm like, bro, you tripping. He boom, boom, boom. All my nails bleeding. All my nails bleeding.
So please call me if you bust this nigga. Come get it.
All my nails bleeding. I don't want to cry because it's been so much years, but still at the same time, I'm like, bro, that shit hurt so bad. Like, boom, 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 boom. These is stuck to my nails. So the only way you can break it off is you break my nail.
Rip the whole nail.
So he broke my nails off. I was just like, this nigga really crazy. With like the last straw that I had, like
why you didn't stab him? Some women crazy that they're really stabbing.
Like people don't. What people don't understand is that like females, like we really are emotional. Like I'm a hard ass bitch or whatever. I'll be anybody up. But like for me it was different. Like for real though.
Have you been stabbed before? You talking from memory?
No, but let me tell y'all something that's different. Like for me, it was different because I grew up hard because my mama, she died when I was 8 years old. So I didn't have that feminine structure or that woman structure that could really tell me like to leave, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I always had my dad, and like for me, it was just like I didn't want my dad to go to jail for something that I was still going through. You know what I mean? I was still going through it. I was still going back. So it's like, why would I bring my dad into something that I'm still going through? What made me leave, the thing that made me leave was that, okay, so, boom, it was one night, I came home from work, and my partner dropped me off from work from San Francisco, and she was on the phone with her nigga, and it was on, like, Bluetooth, and so it's loud, whatever, so when I opened the door, he heard it, so when I got dropped off in Lil, and I endured, he heard the nigga voice, so as soon as I walked in the house, he thinking, I got dropped off by a nigga. And I come in the house and this nigga grabbed me by my throat, throw me on the couch. I'm like, nigga.
It's like the third time though.
No, it's way more time than that.
Why you still with the nigga? Okay, I must have.
It was way more time than that. Like, you
with
like
niggas that don't hit women.
You like,
so
the thing is, like, when you win, like, the thing is, like, I'm strong as fuck. I got hella family, like, both sides, mama and daddy side. But when you love somebody, you really wish the best for them, so you don't want to, like, bring that situation in and, like, because I know my brother's the cutest nigga. My dad would kill this nigga with a machete, all the shit. Like, I didn't want to hurt him because I love his daughter, too, though. I met his daughter when she was a year, maybe like 9 months old. Like, I cared about his daughter so much, like, I was like, I want to be around her. I didn't know.
That nigga, in the words of my Johnny, fuck those kids.
No, but we can't say that. No. Let me finish the story because y'all don't really understand what I'm talking about.
My sisters call me because that shit be hard to live with too. Like that shit's some weird shit.
Let me finish the story that way y'all understand where the fuck I'm coming from. Okay, so boom, the night before, he came in the house, and I came in the house, and he thought I was the guy dropped by a nigga, and walked in the house. He was behind the door, because I had the key to the house, and he choked me up to the against the wall. Like, really choking me. I couldn't breathe. I'm like, what I thinking? Who the fuck you got dropped off by? Like, who the fuck you got dropped off by? I can smell it now, but it wasn't funny when it happened. And then, like, I was like, at that moment, I was like, Tina Turner. Like, I was ready. I was ready to all boom, 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 boom.
This shit was goddamn, yo.
I couldn't see it. But the only thing that got me was that he got me on the couch. When he got me on the couch, I was laying like this. He got on top of me. Then he swung down. Boom. And this teeth right here.
Got caught in nigga knuckle?
Went through my gum.
Oh, yeah, happened to me.
Went through my gum. It's right here. Yeah, and it was so big. It was so fucking big. It was so big. Like, it was so big. It was like a night, it was a day before the New Year's Eve. It was so fucking big. It was so big. This nigga went to give me some Four Locos. He's Mexican, so he went to give me Four Locos. And cause like, the thing is, like, he like to give me like tipsy or drunk after he put his hands on me. Like that's his motive. Like, he'll give me tipsy or drunk like after he got me fucked up. So maybe like I don't remember it, but I remember every situation. But when I woke up in the morning and I went to the bathroom, I just started screaming. Cause I see my lip. It's like a golf ball was right there. Like a golf ball was right there. That's how big my lip is. Like, it was so fucking big, cut up. He came in the bathroom and my lip is cut the fuck up because you made me stab my lip in my tooth. He held my fucking face like this. Held it tight, and my lip is burning. It's burning. It's an open gash. It's burning because he don't want his neighbors to hear. He want to hold my lip. So I stayed quiet for like a couple minutes. Then I ran for this nigga. I ran to the back door. It's an old house, so like it's a window door. It's like a it's like a glass window, and like the top part. So I ran towards the back to try to get the fuck out of here because I need to get away from this nigga. And I grabbed the door by my left hand. Then not my left hand. I grabbed it by my right hand, turned it because I'm right-handed. I turned it, and then like I was trying to open the door, but because like over time glass diminishes, so it's like it get weaker. So I pushed through. I got cut.
Cause your whole shit
This whole slap was slapped back, like my skin. He gave me a white T-shirt that was extra large. The whole shit was bleeding. Like the whole shit was blood.
Yeah, that's traumatizing.
He waited until we got to South Leandra Hospital to drop me off. I lost a pint of blood. Dead ass. And then he waited inside the hospital room with me. With the doctor. The doctor was like, "You want him to leave?" And I'm just looking at him. He was like, "Oh, dude."
Don't tell me, nigga. I'm gonna be down.
All right. So what I want to get into, like, kind of get into like the deep part of it. So you went through this whole, like, pretty much true domestic violence incident. So you clearly love to do now. You clearly be free from that situation. Mm-hmm. So what would you give women in advice for the future that might be going through it now or went through it?
Yeah, how to get out of that shit.
What's your advice to them now that you was in it and you got out of it? Like, cause you stayed through it and you kind of pushed through it because you love the person. Now I'm looking at it as a dude trying to do the same thing to you now. I'm assuming that you just leave the situation ASAP. So what would be your advice going forward for women that may be in the same situation as you are about to go through it?
If somebody ever disrespects you, or somebody ever calls you out your name, somebody ever makes you feel inferior than what you are, you need to leave. There's no purpose of you staying. A man is gonna never make you feel inferior than what the fuck they are. A man's gonna always uplift you and make you feel like the woman that you truly are. Don't ever make it seem like you're doing something wrong when actually they're doing something wrong. Be your best self, and a right man gonna be around to make sure you be your best self. That's all I can say. My thing is just like, you can never judge somebody based off of their experiences because you never been through it.
I get you.
Yeah, no fact, and I don't want to seem like
I watch Lifetime all the time. Before I went through my situation, I used to watch Lifetime. I was like, these bitches stupid. These bitches stupid as fuck. They get their ass beat. They stupid. Why they staying? And I stayed.
So why did you script?
Pride.
I love.
Cause she better than them bitches.
Cause
she better than them bitches.
And I love the person that didn't love me the same way. Cause if you love somebody, you would never degrade them. You would never put their hands on her. Nobody in you would never make them feel like they less than you.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's gotta be reciprocated.
Exactly. But the thing is, like, he would always cry after.
I think it's a little bit different.
Who give a fuck?
That's emotional manipulation.
That's some women shit.
Yeah, that nigga's a sucker though.
That's some hoe shit.
That's emotional
That's what women do. Nigga, fuck you, ooh, so that you be like, bitch, ooh.
Right now that nigga knows. You should that nigga shit.
It's been like 3 years and a half. Then since I've been through the shit. But like until
how many niggas he put his hands on since you been with him? Since he wouldn't put his hands on?
Nah, he was scared to talk to my dad.
So I'm saying that's the whole.
That's why I'm saying that's what makes niggas so angry.
He would
Cause
never
he be
answer
like,
the phone when my dad called. Like once I woke up on him and I was trying to get my clothes back, he would never answer my call. My dad call. He'll call me. My dad call me. Like he was scared. But like the thing is, like when you're so sucked into somebody's negative energy. Because negative outweighs the positive, you know what I mean? So, like, I was so sucked in, I just wanted him to do best for himself, and I love his daughter. So, I didn't want no bad to come to him. I just wanted him to do better for himself. Even though he beat my ass, you know, I went through some shit. He got spit on my face. I still wanted to do better for him. So, even though he did wrong for me.
Okay, so to pretty much wrap it up, she told us a lot of stuff, and what I got from this, first of all, in this whole conversation today, don't judge strippers, hate people. Throw them some one, because what we gonna do best, we throw some money. Secondly, and we go into like the deeper topic when it goes to domestic violence. Of course, we all think domestic violence is wrong, but sometimes you gotta realize, stepping in their shoes, that you don't always understand what they're going through because you haven't been through. So even when you're looking at it from the outside hindsight, that's I would never let somebody do that to me. When you in that situation,
it's all
you never know
On top of
the
that,
situation.
adding on to that, I say women love harder than men.
Yeah, so yeah, they do.
They
definitely get more of us attached.
In that sense, I say that's true.
I feel
Because
like
niggas
they
ain't going for it.
I think they get their love sooner than men. Or I say sooner than me, you get what I'm saying? Like some women get their love sooner than me, you feel what I'm saying? And they take time to catch up. We take the time to catch up, but I can't just say women love harder than, you feel me? I say women love harder.
But you like, I feel like, no, it's not even that we love harder, it's that we're more emotional. So like, we're more in tune into our emotions. Like, as far as like men go, like y'all hold back. Y'all hold back for a reason because y'all want to get your heart, your feelings hurt. So it take y'all a longer time, but we open and honest.
But that same man would get jumped by 5 niggas to prove his love for women. You feel what I'm just saying though.
You got jumped?
I ain't never been jumped by 5 niggas. I'm just saying though.
Here's the thing,
I would, baby. I'm just saying it's love, baby. Hey.
I say it's more common in women. I wouldn't say men aren't capable of getting to that level because there's definitely men that are out there that fucking love way harder than women.
Thank you.
But I would say it's more common for us to hear about women who love harder than men because if we're being honest, it could be equal numbers. We don't know, but of course the woman giving the love harder for the man is more recognizable than the man giving love for the woman because at the end of the day, it's going to be woman empowerment and she's the one who's coming out on top.
Yeah, and it's more accepting for a woman to have to deal with and express heartbreak. Feel me? As opposed to a man saying he expressed and he had love and he didn't gave love. So what happened? You know what I'm saying? It's not as acceptable from society, bro.
It's not. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Look, we got a good podcast today. We got some real facts out there.
Yes, sir. We got
Dominique. Good conversation.
Great conversation.
And what, before we head out,
hey, before we head out, if you're in a relationship and your partner is treating you like shit,
Call your brothers.
going ahead and putting their hands on you. Just remember, when you think about going back to that nigga, don't do that.
don't do it.
Cut it out.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch y'all next week.